So, I know I promised you that I would get one of those things to mount my phone on when I record, but I haven't gotten to the store yet. But I'm still getting one of those. But in today's video, I'm gonna try to make a quick video. It is about like how the whole phrase "nobody is coming to save you." Nobody's coming to save you. That's such BS. I just turned 44 this year, okay? And I look around me, the vast majority of people that I know or have known, the majority have somebody that's saving them. So that is BS. Now, I understand that the phrase technically is supposed to mean that, like, if you want to get something done in life, you just gotta get up and do it, right? And so they'll say, nobody's coming to save you. Like, you know, you got to do this all on your own. But that's such BS, because everybody I've ever known has lived with somebody. You know, as I was driving up to my job here, I was thinking of this dude. He's been nice to me, but he took the typical script route. He followed the script. It seems like he was desperate to fit in. And so when he was young, so now he's super Christian. Now he's a super Christian, right? He remembers when I was a Christian, and he remembers me like carrying around my Bible, talking with people about it, you know, and being bold about it and unapologetic about it. And he's a good dude, right? And at the same time, I'm just pointing this out, that he went and partied, did a bunch of drugs, followed the script completely, right? And then now later on in life, he's turning his life to the Lord. That is how you become a real Christian in the South. Like, if you didn't go through a phase where you used to party and do drugs, you're hardly even a real Christian, because that's just part of the culture. You know, you go through a phase and then you change your life around. That's it. If you don't have that backstory, you're not going to fit in with Christian circles. You got to have I know I'm getting off topic, but I'm coming back to it. But anyways, everybody has somebody that's saving them. Everybody I know, this girl that I know that lived with her mom, grew up in a trailer park, lived with her mom and in the trailer, and her brothers and sisters. She ended up like getting on drugs, and she finally went to rehab and recovery after years of being on drugs, and then ending up homeless on the streets, like, and to me, that is nothing. To me, she didn't do anything special. There's nothing great about her. Now my sister is friends with her, and my sister didn't do all that stuff, but my sister still believes that girl is just like a wonderful person. Like, on the inside, she's a wonderful person. But let me tell you, this girl had 1 or 2 kids, maybe even 3, and up and abandoned all of them to do the drugs, right? And so her first daughter grew up with her grandma the majority of her life, right? And I think that's the only person she's grown up with. And but my sister will say, oh, she's a good person. It's this whole idea of they're just good people that make mistakes. Well, actually, what if they're just crappy people? What happens is somebody has a few fun memories with somebody, right? And so they'll use that. I'm putting this back on topic. I'm bringing this full circle and putting it into context. Okay, so, but people will take somebody's good memory with somebody, and then use that as their measure for who they are as a person. So maybe one time, or y'all hung out and y'all had a good laugh and joked around and acted silly and goofy, then that must mean that deep down that person is a good person, because that one time that you hung out and y'all maybe even cried together about something. So that means that person deep down is a good person. No, not exactly. If the amount of bad that you've done, like get up and do a bunch of drugs and neglect your kids, like if you do that more than that few times, even acting silly doesn't make you a good person. Maybe it means you're childish and you don't want responsibilities. That's what this girl is. She didn't want responsibilities. She didn't want to take care of her kids after she had kids. That's the truth. And now she's in rehab and she doesn't even have her kids. And it doesn't seem, I don't know. It doesn't seem like she's like, I don't know anything that's going on anymore, but is she even trying to be a mom is my question. Right. When you've had kids. But anyways, so she lived with her mom. Mom provided food. Mom worked sometimes 2 jobs, but she went along with the culture, with the script, with the mainstream. Partied, did the drugs while mom worked, and her mom attempted to anyway focus on teaching them to go to school and get an education and find good work and a good career. She tried. None of her kids did that at all. But that's another topic. I don't believe that message even is a good message. Or the way she delivered it was not good. She tried, but she didn't deliver the right message to her kids, right? So anyways, so mom, she got to live with her mom, and she eventually gets her boyfriend and has her kids. And then when she becomes a total screw up, she left him for a drug dealer. And so, this dude was overweight, grotesquely overweight. He wasn't the type of overweight where it kind of like fits him. This dude is just grotesquely blobby, overweight, smoking the cigarettes, like some kind of weird. But she left her guy for that guy, for the drug dealer. And this is some small town stupid crap, right? And my culture was what I call my culture. And I'm the weird one in my culture. I'm the weird one. They will say that I think I'm better than them and all that stuff. And so anyways, after she screwed up for a brief time, see, her mom is married to a guy, right, that doesn't have any kids. And he grew up in a nice neighborhood in a 2-story house with he grew up in a nice neighborhood in a 2-story house. And and he ends up inheriting the house from his parents when they died. And so he's got the house. So when the parents die, he pulls her out from the trailer park, and now she lives in a 2-story house with him. So anyways, that girl got a chance to go live with them and get on her feet. Meanwhile, this whole time I'm struggling. I have zero help. I'm living out of a vehicle. Nobody's helping me, but I'm out here actually working, actually getting jobs, actually working hard, watching everybody around me just screw up, not even try. And then they'll tell me, oh, you just don't understand. It's just something you don't understand. Right? They'll say that I don't understand. I have it way worse than them. Way worse than them. Extremely worse. I'm living out of a vehicle. I have no support network. I barely have any more friends because I didn't go out and do all the drugs. I didn't smoke and do the drugs and try to fit in and be like everybody else. I took the hard path. Doing drugs is the easy path. Getting drunk, going through your phase, that's the easy path. Because there's always somebody ready to take you in the moment you decided to change. Nobody's coming to save you. Filthy druggies are getting saved. If you're a druggie, then all you have to do, if you're a damn druggie, all you have to do is freaking do like that girl did. Eventually, she said, okay, I'm tired of being homeless and I want to get clean. Call the rehab center. She's got a place to live. She's surrounded by support. She gets a free place to live, food. Now, I know in some programs that when you are in the recovery process, once you start working, they will require that you set aside a portion of your paycheck to go to the place that you're staying at. So technically you would be paying some percentage of rent. And in some places they do that. And then they also take some of your money, is what I've heard anyway. They take some of your money that you make and you agree that they save it for you. That way you don't go and waste your money on things or be tempted to go buy drugs again. Holy crap! They got it made, man! Get a place to live, motherfucker! Meanwhile, I'm just living out of a truck, no support network. Holy crap. That's why this whole nobody's coming to save you. I look around, going back to the guy. He partied, did all the drugs. Now he's super Christian. His dad had a business, small business. And his dad moved to Texas or something. Well, guess who gets to live in the house? He does. So he went out and partied and did all the drugs and so now he doesn't ever have any money. I mean, I don't know how much money he has, but he goes around doing odd jobs and he's pretty good at it. He does handyman type of stuff. Like if somebody has some siding on their house, they need repaired. He knows how to do that crap, right? But he's just always a dabbling. And then I'll bring up, he's helped me. He's a good guy. But my point is, he's able to just live with his dad at his dad's house now. But he has no ambition. Like he never has any money, right? Technically, unless I am unaware of money he does have. I mean, does he pay the taxes on that property? I'm sure he probably pays the bills. I'm pretty sure at any time he wanted to, he could just reach out to his dad and say, hey, I need help with the light bill or something. I mean, I don't know. But I'm going to guess that he probably pays the light bill and stuff. And But, you know, he makes it sound like he doesn't have money. Next thing you know, he'll be out on the lake fishing, like on a weekday. And he's just fishing, just chill, laid back. He's not trying to start a business. He's not trying to do anything with his life. And he said that his dad gets on to him about doing something with his life and stuff. And it's just like, okay, then that must mean that you probably are just sitting around for the most part, most of the time. So he's not really trying to do anything. Why? He has life on easy mode. And this is the majority of people I know. The majority of people could go live back with their parents if it really came down to it. Like, nobody's coming to save you. Anytime I've ever, in 44 years, seen people struggle with something, they've always got a place that they can turn back to. Or now, because they used to have a place they could always come back to, now they're well off. They're stable because they always had a support system and a network. I seen a post where on Facebook where somebody was talking about like how, let's see what time it is. Don't tell me. Oh, yep, it's 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. Got here right on time, pretty much. So, oh, that's that girl. There's a girl here. She's cleaning. She's the cleaner. And this woman tried to set me up with her. And the first thing she says is like, this is so-and-so. I want y'all to meet, you know. And she's like, she's trying to set me up with this woman, right? I gotta go. I'm at my job. But she tried to set me up with this woman. And the first thing when she comes out, like, see, I've been with pretty girls, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I punch above my weight. And so when this girl comes walk out, she's just really super average. She ain't ugly, but she's very average. There's nothing about her. Like, she would really have to, this is just the truth, she would really have to compensate through some other means. But she's very average. Like, you know, to get to, like, I'm just saying, like, anyways, here comes my customer, man. I'm gonna put this on pause. But yeah, she tried to set me up with that girl, but I punch above my weight. And one of the first things she told me was that that yeah, she's a good lady, and you know, she had a kid when she was 16, and she just works hard and blah blah blah. Anyways, I gotta go. Yeah, not my type. It ain't gonna work.